So we're trying to figure out how amazing I really am. It's very amazing. Folks, it's extremely amazing. Now, wow, does it ever reek? But, whoa, it reeks. I'm so awesome. Wow, I actually got some kind of thing going on here. This is pretty cool, bud. It even feels like it's a little bit stubble. Have you all seen my soccer trophy? I won this thing. I used to eat all my team's food, drink all the water, score all the goals, and save all the goals in the same game. There I am. Here's my trophy. Man, I remember this one time this kid double-kneed me, flew at me across the field. He knew he was a fat kid. He knew the only way he could get me was to injure me, and it was a playoff game, I believe. And he injured me for 36 seconds, tops, maybe 77, 80. Maybe it could have been 5 minutes. I mean, it felt like forever. I thought I was going to die, and I've never felt like that before. I had so much wind knocked out of me. I couldn't even blow kisses to the ladies. I had so many ladies on the field. I had so many ladies watching from the stands. And it sucked. And everyone, when I went down, because I never go down. And if you saw what this guy did, he literally flew through the air, double knee. I'm carrying the soccer ball, dribbling it with my feet. Boom! Right in the stomach. Right in the stomach with two knees. Flying, running as fast as he can. And he just bowls into me. And he took every drop of air out of my entire stomach. And I was gasping. I couldn't catch my breath. It must have been a minute. He's lucky he didn't explode my lungs or something, And he was actually too old to be playing soccer in that league. We found out the next day or a week later. Because they had to find out who this fuck was, right? And so it turns out he never played in the league again. Don't I see this kid? Actually, tell you a story. Actually, when I first moved somewhere, this kid ends up punching me in the face when I was a kid. I still didn't even know how old he was then. I just knew the kid was way bigger than me. I was 11, he was 13 or 14, which makes a huge fucking difference in, when you're 11, you're still sucking on suckers on Halloween. You don't know where the good candy is yet. When you're 13, 14, you go out and take people's chocolate bars, right? You're like, I only want your chocolate and your licorice. Hurry up, move faster, right? I mean, I started getting laid at 13, 14, 11, I was barely going to third base with chicks, so. I don't know, man. I was at the movie theater with this girl watching My Girl. I remember this was a horrible, traumatic thing for me. And this older guy beat me up. He didn't, I gotta be real. I gave him a bunch of shots, but he gave me one or two in the face. I had never fought anyone on this level before. This was a full-blown back lane brawl, and I didn't really, this guy must have fought every person in his family, plus 9 of his favorite classmates that year. This guy was good. And, yeah, he didn't knock me down, did nothing of that, and I definitely winded him, which was weird that I winded him, because years later he ends up winding me, right? I don't know how old I was. Maybe he was 16 or 15 and I was 11 or I was 12 or 13, but yeah, something like that on the soccer field. A couple of years later, I ended up seeing this guy on the soccer field. And man, I'm telling you, life can be fun and all that, but when you have dirty players on the field, when you have anybody that's trying to do harm to another person, that's just awful, eh? So, they don't call me Fart Dad for nothing, okay? Just remember, you can't be me, but you can tune in and watch me.